Hello, boys and girls. It's lovely to see you all today. My name is Katie O'Donoghue, and I'm the author and illustrator of the children's book, The Little Squirrel Who Worried. And I'm here today with the Kerry Library for the Ireland Reads campaign. And I'm bringing to you a selection of some of my favourite children's books from Irish authors and publishers. And today I have a beautiful book, a very special book to share with you all. And I'm sure some of you may even already know this book. My screen behind me is a bit of a clue, but the book I have today to share with you all is A Hug for You, written by David King and illustrated by Rhiannon Archard. And what a beautiful book it is. And I'm sure many of you may know the story behind this book and about Adam. So I want to make sure now that you're all nice and comfy, cozy, have those blankets and cushions and teddy bears nearby, because we're going to start our story. A Hug for You. For everyone who has missed a hug, this book is for you. Nothing warms us up quite like a hug. But what can we do when we can't be together? This is the story of a new hugged adventure and the boy who shared it with the world. Adam is a joyful kid who loves to go to school. Every day he's learning more and having fun with his friends too. But suddenly his class is inside a computer screen with his friends and adventures completely out of reach. His teacher is working really hard to keep their learning going. So Adam draws her a special gift to send across the distance. I'm sending you this virtual hug to say thanks for all you do. We missed your classroom and the learning fun. We promise we'll be back with you soon. The teacher feels the hug wrap around her heart. It is the boost of hope she needs. She carries it with her everywhere. But the hug's job is just beginning. The teacher goes to the cafe where people stand apart, wishing they could chat and play instead of just waving. So many lonely faces. They could use a pick-me-up. The teacher passes on the hug and it gets right to work. Let's send a hug in every cup to warm your heart and hands. It will keep them snug until they can hold loved ones again. With every sip, remember that this isn't for much longer. Your friends will be waiting, and it'll be sweeter than hot chocolate. A nurse brings a hug to the children's ward, a place full of caring and kindness, where a little patient lies full of worry in need of some gentle comfort. This hug is for you when you can't see our smiles, to show they're still there, just hidden. We hope you can see them instead in our eyes, and they will hold you until you feel better. The patient heads home and wants nothing more to support his favourite team. He adores the roar of the crowds, but instead he's cheering at home alone at his television screen. For every empty seat and silent game, this hug will be there when we can't. Win, lose or draw, even if you don't see us, just know that we're all still behind you. The captain wishes he could share his win with the person who knows him best. But his football mad granddad is in isolation, so he has to tell him through the window. I wish you were there to see the whole thing, but I felt your support from afar. I'm sending this hug through the glass between us, so that you know I miss you and care. The captain wishes he could share his win with the person who knows him best. But his football mad granddad is in isolation, so he has to tell him through the window. I wish you were there to see the whole thing, but I felt your support from afar. I'm sending this hug through the glass between us, so that you know I miss you and care. The dancer is feeling sad and worried. When her group have all worked so hard, the seats are empty with no cheers or applause, but the show must still go on. And so they dance, just for each other, and the hug joins in with them too, ready for when the curtain rises again and lifts the group up with it. The newest dancer is walking home past closed shops and restaurants. No one can stop for a smile and chat. It feels like our community is missing. The hug sees its job as getting bigger, so it grows large enough for everyone to see. Your home is still here, and you're all here together. I'll be a reminder when it gets hard to remember. The hug keeps growing, bigger and bigger, as everyone shares it around. Soon it's a hug that wraps around the world, and even the astronauts feel it. Even though right now we feel far apart, we've never been closer together. The hug reminds us what's really important, to send love to those who are near our hearts. And sure enough, after it finishes, traveling around the world and beyond, the hug comes home to the wonderful boy who shared it first of all. You're not done yet, the thoughtful lad says. I need you to stay a bit longer. Even when we can hug in person again, we must remember to care for each other. So Adam and the hug travel on together, new adventures around every corner, reminding us all of the power of hugs, whether in person or across any distance. This book that you're holding and reading together is a hug that you're sharing with love. Never forget what we learned while apart and the power of one joyful heart. What a beautiful story. And so, sending all of you listening a virtual hug, a hug for you. And I'd like you to have a think. I know maybe over the past year, there was times that you couldn't see someone that you loved. Maybe it was your granny or granddad. But hopefully now you can see them. But I think it would be nice if we could all make our very own a hug for you. And maybe you'd like to give it to that person who you can now hug again. So to do that, everyone's going to need a piece of paper, some colors, pens, pencils, crayons, whatever you have. And I want you to draw a big heart. And you can color it any way you want. And you can give it to that special person when you're finished. So please remember to share with the Kerry Library any of your hugs for you so that we can see the wonderful work that you've been doing. And thank you for joining me for the story. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know I did. So take care, everyone. And until the next time, stay safe. Bye.